just smears or spinach in it. There's spaghetti models and empty rum bottles, and sometimes Louis says hi. Hey, Louis! But you don't get no hurries and don't have no worries, cause we're drunk donkey nationwide. Everybody now. Flies where the page. You know he'll be tracking every move that makes. You know it's flies where the page. You know he won't let his all get blown away. Did I ever tell you the story of the drunk donkey? Once upon a time, there was this weather woman. You can come as a pilot, stay kind of quiet, but you know you love watching my space. Yes, you do. Put your grown head shirt on, watch it live on your phone, and drink drunk donkey beer all day. Here we go now. Mike's where the page. You know he'll be tracking every move that makes. You know it's Mike's where the page. You know he won't let us all get blown away. Is that Blobby Bobby? I think that's Juicy Jerry. Yeah, Mike, throw a party, man.
All right, what's up, everybody? Good morning. What's up? The sky. Remember that growing up? People say, "What's up?" The sky. What time is it? Time to get a watch. I hope you're doing good. I was up early today. I hate posting early. Some people get notifications, but I went to bed too early. Go to bed early, I get up early. Went to bed, still got my 5-6 hours of sleep, but now I was up at 2. So I ended up just working around the house and getting some stuff done with my truck. And yeah, so there you go. Tropics. We might have Andrea. Can you believe it? The NHC going all over the place. It was down to 40% at 2, then 50% at 8, and then they did a special advisory just a minute ago, and that's up to 70%. I'm going to show you, we're getting a lot of convection. Convection is what it takes. You can have spinach, but if you don't have convection, Louis, if you don't have convection, you don't get a storm. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. Right there. So get a burst of convection. So we might have to update all the websites, all the apps for Andrea, which might last 6 hours. But if you only have fish storms this season, then is that a bad thing? Hello? What did I mess up? I think we're good, Shelly. Shelly's messing with me. You heard the tone. Hey, Steve, I found your sign. I meant to pull it up for you. It's a Gulf Shore sign. Well, it's hot today. We're going to talk about that, Amy. Yes, it's hot. I was water spout chasing yesterday and didn't have any luck. We did have another one out in Palmetto, though. You got me. Had some good rotation over here to the Neaton Causeway yesterday. I had the drone up and I'm watching these clouds and I'm seeing, what I thought was one forming, and it wasn't. When I fast forwarded the video, you could really see it. But anyway, I shared the one from 2 days ago, but if you're wondering where it's at, I deleted it because I have different people claiming they took it, and I don't want to ruffle any feathers. So if you're watching, I apologize. I don't know who took it, but it was only up for like 15 minutes. So didn't mean to upset anybody on that. But there was a lot of amazing photos of that double water spout, and somebody sent me some new ones, but they're everywhere. You can see them. They're all over the internet. But I didn't want to ruffle any feathers, so I wanted to keep peace in the weather picture world. So this is Louie. This is our Daily Brew. Sometimes Louie says hi. Today he says hi. Get his little brother in about 2 weeks. You excited about Longo? Louie, you can get a brother. Longo. Longo's coming. You're going to have a brother. Somebody to play with. They were twins. That's right, Holly. It was incredible. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. That 2 water spout. There was 3 for a brief moment, I guess. Tim, Louie did very well. The first 3 or 4 days, we could tell he was very sad, but he's been playing a little bit, eating good. He's actually been playing, grabbing toys, running to the carpet. So I think he's doing okay. We took him to the softball fields up in Gainesville. We're going to take him up to Tallahassee this weekend, so we don't want him to be left alone. So he'll go hang out with us this weekend. We got softball this weekend. He looks sleepy, Gail, because he usually is. It wouldn't be a Daily Brew without him yawning. Oh, our Daily Brew brought to you by our good friends at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Great family, friends of mine. Not real family, but almost family. Enough that we talk on the phone, more than family. So I appreciate all that they do for us here. I was watching the webcam this morning. This is WeatherStim. WeatherStim has their network of cameras that we shared one time, and this was up in Jacksonville. And yeah, I was watching this thing at 3 in the morning. I'm like, I'm going to watch that sunrise, and I watched it live and got a screenshot of that. So good morning from Duval, all you followers up there in the Jacksonville area, home of Leonard Skinner. But that was a beautiful picture this morning. That WeatherStim has these cameras all throughout the state of Florida, and pretty wild. There's another picture there. So we're going to talk about that real quick. Louie needs Folgers. What's up? Gus, yeah, we got a new puppy. Good morning, Marianne. What's up, Mr. James? Hey, Teresa. Panhandle got rocked yesterday. Yeah, we got storms coming tomorrow we got to talk about. We got a yellow number 2 risk coming in. I'm going to show you why. We got a little weak low pressure that's going to be stationed over the southeast, and we're going to have increased storm chances tomorrow. We're going to have a lot of lift in the atmosphere, and that'll create some... Here comes a yawn. I see it. So we're going to talk about that. So this is Andrea. Not yet, but I have a weird feeling they might classify. The convection has kind of rejoined the center of circulation. Remember yesterday we were showing, this is my favorite satellite imagery. It's red, green, blue satellite, they call it. Lower level clouds are the yellow, and the upper level clouds are white. And you can really get a sense of the wind shear with this graphic. And this morning we had a lot of that white convection was off to the northeast because we had a lot of wind shear. And we almost had a naked swirl, they call it. Well, now that convection's kind of reappeared. If it persists, it'll be enough because it's got the spin. It's got spinach. It just needs convection around the center. So if we get any sort of thunderstorms that build up around the western side, southern side, then I bet you they'll call it Andrea. But again, it's going away. It's nothing to worry about. It just means I got to update the website and the app. And there'll be breaking news every channel. Breaking news. Everybody's going to panic. You going to panic, buddy? Oh, man, Iowa. I had a good little trip going down to Iowa last weekend. Hey, I'll be on Fox tomorrow again at 12:15. I'm on live with Bob. We're going to be talking Shelly was helping me with some questions. So if you got Fox Weather, tune me in at 12:15 Eastern tomorrow. We'll be there live talking about stuff. Karen's got a weather stem in Buckhead Ridge. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Where's that at, by the way? Mike is from Iowa. There were storms there again last night, right? Yeah, that was number one. So we're going to talk about the models, and we're going to talk about evacuations and knowing your zone, I believe. I think that's what we're talking about it. So, all right, we'll see if they call it or not. You know, if you're curious where it's at, there you go, way up there. Okay, that's all I'm going to talk about. Hey, we get one name down. Oh, I forgot to put the ice outside. I wanted to see how long it took to melt, but we know it's going to melt. So, all right, let me delete some stuff here. All right, so there's the webcam. There's the storms we're going to talk about tomorrow. Let me wait on that. I have them over here. I think I messed up. All right, there's the rest of the convection. So that's done. That's done. We'll see if it's Andrea or not. There's that. Heat. That's the big storyline today. Gene. Your mom used to date the drummer? Are you kidding me? Was that Artemis Pyle? Was that the drummer? Was Artemis the drummer? Correct me, somebody. Meg from Savannah. I was a big Leonard Skinner fan. That was my number one jam growing up. Everybody needs their Louie in the morning. So the heat's a big story today. Always a hot topic. That's right, Michael Steven. Bob Burns. There you go. Artemis was second. Hey, look at that. Mike knows everything. So, hey, I came up with the best dad joke. I have to share it with you, and then we're going to go weather, I promise. But this, you know me, I love dad jokes. Why? We were at Outback the other night with my dad. Why was the onion flirting with the potato? Because he found out she was loaded. Get it? Loaded potato? Oh, we got some from Jamaica. Hey, Keisha. You got more dust coming. I'll show you the dust map. Wow. Cake tots. Oh, Burns. One of the two. All right, so anyway, hot topic. We've got a big heat dome, big high pressure area over the eastern U.S. That's creating high pressure heat domes. It allows heat to develop. These are heat indexes. Just feel like temperatures. You know, some people don't like it when I share them or anybody, but it is what it feels like a wind chill. But man, look at these numbers. We got 100 degrees all the way from Florida to Maine. We have 107 degrees all the way to Maine. Can you believe that? We have 100 degrees all the way to Oklahoma, Texas, obviously. 100 in every one of those states. Can you believe it? Now, Virginia and North Carolina, today, heat index is in the triple digits, 110 plus. That's going to be hot. Delaware, 113 showing up. That's a big deal because a lot of folks don't have air conditioners. Some folks don't have air conditioners. How you like the joke? Robin. Yeah, New York was hot. I know, we'll see. It happens. Every year we get some heat waves like this. So that's what we got today. Heat. We'll see how hot it is. It's going to be hot. And it's going to slowly start cooling down. So that was my little graphic today. We got a lot of heat warnings up. This is, I don't think I ever see that many heat warning, extreme heat warnings in this kind of maroonish color. So all this is heat warnings. And that is a lot, man. That is like a lot of people. And extreme heat warnings in that purple. Let me make sure I'm right about that. I believe I am. I don't remember these colors. I just assume that's what they are. Extreme heat warning. So the heated, what's the heck is this color here? That's flash. That's what I thought flash. So I was right. All right. So anyway, a lot of heat. All right. Storms today. We've had a lot of storms. So we've had this big funneling. Since we got this big high pressure, all the action has been doing this for the last several days. And it's going to continue. Matter of fact, I didn't have this up, but we have flooding potential. Let me go down here on the page, Mike's weather page. It's a great page. Check it out. Excessive rainfall map. This is kind of a big story out west today. So all this area, it looks like somebody's doing a hand gesture. A lot of flooding tomorrow. So we got today, tomorrow, Thursday. Man, so we got 3 days, especially up north, all the way to Thursday. And then Friday kind of slows down a little bit. So we got a lot of rain coming. Rain maps for the next 5 days. Shows you that heavy rain. New Mexico. Northward. So we can see a lot of flash flooding out in New Mexico today. All the way up towards Wisconsin and into Michigan a little bit, mainly Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Iowa. I've been here. I drove here. I was right here. I was right there at the border. I turned around. But a lot of rain, 5 days. Now, the bigger story for a lot of people that are watching us is for Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday. This was all green this morning when I posted at like 2 in the morning. They upgraded it to level number 2, slight risk, 2 out of 5. And that's surprising, really, because we're, low tornado chances. It's just going to be very quick, isolated thunderstorms because of this low pressure that's developing over the southeast. So we're going to have increased moisture tomorrow in all that southeast region, Florida, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and the Carolinas. They're in that yellow area too. So that's tomorrow. Tricky storms. We'll talk about it. Moisture. Hey, next week we're making our big announcement with details on how to book the Mike's Weather page cruise for next season. I am so excited. The 5th annual. I'm the most excited as I've ever been. We know how to do it now. Shelly's going to be joining us this next time around. Make sure you look back at yesterday with the cooler post. We're giving away a 45-quart Yeti, compliments of OSR. Just by sharing a photo, storm prep. We already had about 500 people comment, so that's pretty awesome. We'll probably run it for a week, but if you want to win an awesome custom wrapped cooler with Mike's Weather page and OSR on it, then all you got to do is put a picture in the hat. You're supposed to, Shelly. All right, so let's talk about this weather coming up tomorrow. Good way to look at it is at tropicaltidbits.com. The HRRRRR rapid refresh model. This one updates every hour. It was showing it very well with that low pressure, the 6Z. I don't know about the 12Z. Yeah, there you go. So there you go. All right, so tomorrow, nothing's in the morning, okay? Nothing's in the morning. It looks like it's more midday, afternoon, evening, but you can see that low pressure set up right here. Boom. Look at that. Now it's not like a hurricane low pressure, but low pressures create storms. And if you look at that SPC area, it's pretty much these two blobs of rain that we're seeing. Low pressure, storms, storms. So there's going to be a lot of instability tomorrow because of that little low pressure area. And some of that moisture is actually coming in off the Atlantic that we were looking at yesterday. So there could be some sneaky storms tomorrow with this low pressure. So there's low, storms, storms. All right, this whole area right here. Whoa, not that one. What the heck that was, but I didn't mean to do it. Oh, soundings. But anyway, these areas, right here and here, because of that low pressure, looks like Mickey Mouse. So yeah, we're going to pay attention to that. That'll be the story tomorrow. So we'll be live tomorrow, Wednesday. We'll be live on Thursday. No live on Friday because I'm out of town. And we'll be live on Monday, and then we got our cruise next week. So then we're kind of back to probably 5 days a week for a long time. I got Daytona coming up in August. Well, depending on the season, but I have my Starlink. If we have a system, then we'll go live. Do you know I did most of my coverage for Milton from Talladega, morning and night? Jesse, that would be awesome. Sarah's getting her nails done right now. She is so excited. She loves to get her nails done. So Julie will sit there. They probably went to get Starbucks. They're probably looking at their phones right now, looking at pictures of what to get their nails done. And probably will get some palm trees on her. They do have a kids club. So yeah, she's getting her nails done. She's excited. And she likes Taylor Swift. We went to a Taylor Swift trivia on the Utopia. I think we got one right. There was kids in there dressed up with Taylor Swift shirts. Sarah wanted to go. It was kind of fun. But it was like name that tune. And that's hard. I got one right. I left. So that's the storms tomorrow. All right, we'll keep an eye on that. I'll be posting a lot about that throughout the day. Okay. I want to talk a couple things here. So we talked about the flooding. We talked about the rains. Long-range tropics look quiet. I don't really see any areas. We keep talking about that BOC. I do want to show you one thing. I guess we'll talk about this real quick, and then we'll get into what I wanted to talk about. But the Euro AI has this ensembles too, as their normal AI. Everybody yawn. Sorry about that. That's a 1:30. I got my physical here today. Not too excited about that. All right, so here is a good little graphic here showing you basically spots to possibly watch. I like to go out to 15 days. It's very extreme, but it kind of puts it in perspective, maybe a couple frontal lines. Again, like we just saw with potential Andrea, but the main development region, we have another big dust plume coming. I'm going to show you that right now. Again, the only areas that really would make sense is if our high retreats us a little bit and we get one of these waves come up in that BOC. Now, if you notice, every morning we've been seeing a lot of convection down there in that BOC. So, a couple of European ensembles are saying, then this is weak too. Remember the color? That's above 1,005. So there's nothing really developed. So this is not hype. It's just basically showing you nothing. And if the off chance it still remains that the BOC is probably the only spot that would be able to get anything with a lift, some sort of moisture. Kind of like we saw with Eric. Some of that early modeling had it pull up here a little bit. So, that's it. There's really nothing. Let's look at that dust. Yesterday we were showing there's a big dust plume. Dusty, dry air has been the story. And I'm going to talk about the tropics and water temperature now. But look at this dust plume that's coming. It's incredible. That's massive, man. That is huge. Anybody in the Caribbean? Anybody in the Lesser Antilles, Barbados? Look at that. That is going to be tremendous amount of dust. That is very highly concentrated. And it's going to make it all the way. Actually, no, that's next week. But there's Jamaica, Ian, and Keisha. I remember your name, Keisha. You're going to get some dust here tomorrow. Maybe tonight, actually. But tomorrow. And then it actually is going to make it up into Florida. 26. So, Thursday. Look at that. And then it's actually going to get in the Gulf on the 27th, 28th. It's going to go way up into Texas. They're going to have a lot of dust. Look at that. That's going to go all the way up. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Wow. That's just keeping the Atlantic just dry. I mean, there's another big one coming. Holy cow. That's next week. All the way to July 2nd, July 3rd. So, Really hard to get anything going when you have a lot of that air that's dry. You need humidity, you need juicy atmosphere. You also need light winds. If you look at the lower level winds, you can see we've had a lot of winds. Just a lot of winds carrying that dust across, creating a lot of wind shear. So, couple things that really keep things unfavorable. There you go. All right, I was going to talk a little bit more about something else, but I'm not going to. I want to talk about the water temperatures. So there's a couple maps I want to show you. This is Tropical Tidbits. This is your water anomaly map. And I'm going to give you a couple theories. So, dust in the wind. Natalie, we're all singing Kansas. What's up, Neil? Anybody new over there in the Brew crew? I just like the music you guys are singing. Brandy, you guys are bringing the kids? Awesome. Lori, good morning. Very windy, Ian. Yeah, look at that, buddy. Ian's down in Jamaica. Look at this. Look at that. Right there on Jamaica. Look at that. A lot of winds. Big time. Crazy, right? Gonna get a lot of dust, man. I bet you they actually have dust advisories up for y'all down there. Hey, Crafty Beach. How's it going? Morning, Loretta Reed. Good morning, Tammy Harvey. Good morning, Alan from West Pembroke Pines. Ed Eden wants to know why the Atlantic's cooler. A lot of it's these winds. More than anything, it's these strong winds that have been coming across the Atlantic. High winds bring up a lot of upwelling and cooler water. So it brings up cooler water from below the surface, and the winds keep waves churning and brings up that cooler upwelling of the water below. And the dust. A lot of dust acts as like a shield, and it cools the sun from directly. So the dust is because of the wind, but they both contribute to a cooler Atlantic. And if you look at the water anomalies, not only just, I was going to show you my graphic, but let's go ahead and look at the big one here on Levi's site if you really want to see it. So we'll look at the northern Atlantic, and there you go. This one right here, I'll just leave this one up for what I was going to talk about. It's right here. So there you go. That's your water anomaly map, okay? So all these winds have been coming off of Africa, cooling that Atlantic waters a little bit. That's called the main development region. And this time of year, we don't get a lot of stuff out there. So, but it has carried over into the Western Caribbean, which has helped keep those waves going across towards the Pacific. Pacific's working on their 6th name storm. Flossie's next on the list. And that's incredible, man. They're way ahead of schedule. Way ahead of schedule, okay? But the environment over there is more favorable for development. There's less wind shear. There's a lot of waves coming over there, a lot of moisture. These waves are crossing Central America and spinning up. Alex was 2.5 months earlier than any other major hurricane since 1950. You know, I don't know if they kept records before 1950, but up to 1950, it was 2.5. It was the earliest major hurricane by 2.5 months, dating back to 1950, and it was the farthest east landing Mexico hurricane that was a major. And that's a little bit of influence of that Bermuda High. It actually lifted Alex up into Mexico. But what I wanted to point out, 2 things. Water anomalies, okay? Just because it's showing some blue over in the Pacific, it's normal. The water temps are normal over there. There's no shockingly warm water in the Pacific. They've had other environmental factors that have helped spawn storms, and it just shows that it's not always hot water. Now the Gulf is hot, the Western Atlantic is hot. There just hasn't been any seeds or anything to get going to start spinning. And then also look at the water temperatures here. These are your water temperatures in Celsius. I'm not really good about Celsius, but 30 to 31 degrees Celsius, which is What, Shelly? What's 31 degrees Celsius? Alexa. Well, let Shelly type. I don't even know who to ask. Grok, chat, Shelly. I just want to see if Shelly's listening. She's calculating it right now. But anyway, the water temperature is actually the same on both sides. So it takes a lot more than water temps, is what I wanted to point out. The water temperatures are definitely one piece of the puzzle, but there's not a seed. We have a lot of dry air, a lot of wind shear. You know, just because we have hot water doesn't mean anything. Now, it is, there you go, 87.8. Oh, there we go. Jay, 93. I don't know. That's pretty hot. Well, 80s, 7.8 sounds about right. Morning, Jay. Everybody's Alexa's one of them. I'm sorry, Linda. I said it too. Mine said yes. Okay, here we go. Greater than or not. We got all these numbers now. Anyway, so the waters are hot, but I thought it was fascinating when you look at the Pacific. They've had 5 storms already, and the water temp's kind of about the same temperature-wise, and it's normal. So they have normal water, but they've had a record major hurricane, and they've had a record, I think not a record start, but 5 storms is a lot. So it takes them more than hot water. That was the lesson of the day, if that makes sense or not. But yeah, so the storms tomorrow, we're going to be watching across the south and the east with that little bit of low pressure spinning up. Not really spinning up, but, showing up. We got heavy rains. We got flooding rains out west today. And we'll get a new global tropics hazards map soon. I don't see any areas they're going to really highlight. And that's all. I'm not in Jacksonville, Sarah. That was just a webcam. Weatherstem.com has an amazing network of webcams across. A lot of them are in the state of Florida, but they're all around the country. And you can access them. Holly wants to send me pictures. Mike's weather page at gmail.com. I shared one earlier, but I had somebody claim it, and then somebody else claimed it, and I'm like, I'm staying out of it. I don't want to make anybody mad at me. Try to be so good anymore and positive and not ruffle feathers and stay adjective free and just show weather the way that I want to show weather, and hopefully some good information along the way, and every now and then a few shenanigans along the way. And working on my Panasonic Tough Book today. Oh my God, Alex, if you're listening. Oh God, I got it. My setup's so awesome. I had, I'm going to do another share once it's done, but God, it came out so good. Oh my God, I'm so excited. So I'm putting on my second monitor today and repacking the truck up with all my stuff that I took out when they installed it. So can't wait to show that off. Can't wait. I'm going to play out there today, get all my USBs hooked up the way I like it. I've put a magnet in the truck for my little ham radio that kind of always was in my way, and I found a nice little spot, and it magnets right to the dash. So I got it right there in front of me, so I can turn it on and listen. So I'm going to show you all my toys. Yeah, everybody email Phil. I do make you Crafty Beach. Yeah, 100%. Lisa Clark, appreciate that about Hunter. Oh, by the way, I need to do this because I got to put them away. So I don't know if I got everybody's names on these things. God, I had so many people send cards. It really means a lot to me. For Hunter, that we haven't even been to the P.O. box. Oh, Marcia. Oh, you're one of our regulars, Marcia. Thank you. I already announced one batch of these. This is a new batch I got. These are for little Hunter. God, I ordered one of the see-through window decals today. I'll show you Brew Crew when we're done from my window. Tom and Claire Isbin. Thank you guys. Tom and Claire. Oh, well, we got Brandy and Dave. Brandy, you hooked me up with the glass, too. I didn't open these yet. I think these just came in the other day. I had 2 batches of these. I read one night, I thought. Amber and Ed. Star and Smoke must be your all's puppies. I think Julie was going there today. The Roberts family. Oh, they love watching them on the YouTube page. Oh, I got 4 more. I'll do them in batches here. I'll save these over here. But yeah, it sucks. He was my buddy. He really hurt my feelings. We got our new little doggy when we get off the ship. Hopefully Sunday. We want to take Hunter up there. Well, actually, we're going to pick him up Sunday. So Sunday, a week from Sunday. Oh, well, I have a P.O. box, Jesse. It's on the webpage if you need it. It's on the top left. And Howard, we had birds at one time. You remember the chirping birds? How many years ago was that, Shelly? We had 2 little parakeets. Remember when they used to chirp during their whole lives? Oh, Renee talking about Helene in South Georgia. I know. It takes so long. People forget. Thank you, Cindy. It's awful. Jennifer Hawkins, thank you. So we'll go about 10 o'clock. You know, weather today, I kind of showed it. Not a lot going on today. Tomorrow's going to be the big question mark. We got a big dust plume. That was interesting. I might share that. That's a tremendous amount of dust rolling through. That's a big plume right there. Holy cow. That's going to reach Florida here on the late 26th. So that's going to be more like Thursday night, Friday into Saturday. So it does make for a couple things. One, when it's really, really hot out and we have this dust, the skies look milky. They don't even look, you can't see blue sky. The sky looks kind of like brownish milk. And then at night, it makes usually brighter sunsets. And if you have any clouds, it really magnifies because of the angles of the sun. It retracts sun and the light and the particles in the sky actually magnify things. And so it's like you just don't know what you're going to get. Sometimes the sunsets are really pretty. Sometimes they're just kind of colorful. But we're going to have a bunch of this Saharan desert sand. That's pretty heavy. That's really heavy, actually. Another map that I got, the old school map we used to use all the time, is this one here. This one kind of shows you everything. It mixes dust with dry air. And you can just kind of see that whole Atlantic's just really dry and dusty. Dusty. My buddy Dusty. But no point in looking at individual model runs at this point. There's really no areas that are highlighted to get worked up about. Every now and then we'll get an individual model run that's probably showing something, but really the pattern right now isn't really showing anything. So we just kind of sit back, wait, and see. We had rusty birds, fish. We still got the fish. Oh, the guinea pig. Ugh. The cat. Did I ever show the cat on my lives? I don't know if I did or not. But the fish is doing good. I cleaned it. I used the Brew Crew. Remember y'all told me about the magnetic fish cleaner? I used that today. It still works pretty good. So that's it, Marty. So is today the day I got to do Dennis? I think I'm doing something with my buddy Dennis today, Phillips. Get my physical today. So tomorrow, no, I don't even know. Let me look at it. So I'm pretty excited. Thursday, I got a big speaking that I'm doing with FWC, Fish and Wildlife Commission in Florida. They have me speaking for a whole hour down at their big annual convention. Pretty excited about that. Thursday morning, we got Bay News 9 at 11. Doing a little interview with me. I'll be on Fox Weather tomorrow at 12:15. Oh, ABC is tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, ABC. ABC Action News with Dennis. Not his regular show. I don't think it's his regular show. I think it's just something we're doing. And then Fox tomorrow at 12:15 p.m. Eastern. That's it. And then we go softball. And then we go cruising. So, looks good. All right. Well, that was it. 10 o'clock. I'll try to go to 10. Anybody got any questions? I don't mean to just hog the show. Steve, what's up? See you, buddy. Did we have the black cat? Did I ever show the cat? No, Shelly said I got tired of it. I wanted you to think it was all. I never showed the cat. Probably because the cat would bite me. Cat was mean. Cat was It was, and then when we got, I think it was Louie or Hunter, one of the dogs, the cat really got violent, and we just said, nope, no more. Can't do that no more. Can't have him attacking our little guys. Banner buzz. So I just ordered, let me see if I get a perforated Windows sticker. I wonder if they sent me my proof yet. I can't wait. So I got a little perforated picture of Hunter for my window. Because he always liked to hang out in the window. So that'll be cool for the old storm chaser. So you remember that, Dean? How about that? How you doing, Dean? Yeah, Rusty was my big dog. He was the blind dog. My Labrador. Any more? Anything I'm missing else? The guinea pig. Oh, God. That was Emily's moment. Yeah, I'm having a little hard time. She doesn't watch this, so, but she's talking about going to school in Orlando, and I don't have to tell half of you all, probably you have kids that have left. But man, I'm getting a little scared about that, actually, man. I don't know what life's going to be like without Emily here at the house. That's going to be tough on me. It's been a rough year, man. Losing Mom, losing Hunter, losing Emily. Oh, man. It's been tough. I'll be driving on Interstate 4 a lot. Anyway. I know, right? Crazy. All right, well, we're going to sign off the main page. I'm going to stay on the Brew Crew for a few minutes. And hope you're doing good. Hope you have a great day. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We'll be live tomorrow. We'll be live on Thursday. Remember, when you go to the website, you can always, a couple things here. You have, somebody was asked about the P.O. box. It's on the top left of the page here. But I always advertise when our next Daily Brew is, right up top here. There you go. And you can always go back and watch the previous brew or Daily Brew also. Don't forget our YouTube here channel, and good friends at Storm Smart. They make those awesome motorized screens that protect your home from hurricanes and high winds and storms. And if you remember, I was down there at the showroom. Totally impressed with how they manufacture these things. Seeing stories of Ian, of how they protected homes. Just a technology I didn't even know existed. Instead of using plywood. storm catcher screens. But good friends of mine and amazing products. I can't believe the amount of MWPs that have used their hurricane protection, especially through Ian and Milton. A couple storms here that we've recently had that they've had to definitely withstand some pretty serious winds. So give them a look. I got their link on there. Some pretty cool stuff.